Morning students, welcome to the second class of Human Resource Management. In today's class, we will try to understand the definition of Human Resource Management given by Flippo. According to Flippo, HRM is the planning, organizing, directing and controlling of procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance and separation of human resource to the end that individual, organizational and societal objectives are accomplished. Let's break this particular definition into parts and we'll try to analyze it. In HRM, what they do is they plan, organize, direct and control. So what do they plan, direct, organize and control is first one, the procurement. Procurement means nothing but to meet the demand and supply of human resource in an organization. Every organization has a demand for human resources. Okay, demand is nothing but the number of people, the manpower required in a particular company. So human resource management department helps in supplying the required human resources, that is helps in supplying the right people at the right time for the right job in a particular organization. So how we are going to hire the required manpower is been decided in human resource management. Okay, next one, development. So when we have acquired the human resources in our organization, we have to develop them. Okay, so how to develop them? By giving them proper training, by giving them career advices. Okay, so by doing such things we can develop the human resources. Then compensation. So for whatever the services we are taking from the people, okay, we have to pay them something in return, that is we have to pay them with salary and wages. So what is the amount of salary, what is the wages, that is fixed under compensation. What are the benefits to be given, extra benefits. Okay, so everything will be decided under compensation. Then integration. Integration is nothing but to integrate different functions like marketing, production, accounts department, so all the functions with each other so that groups and teams can easily work in the organization. Then maintenance. It includes everything we do to maintain our human resource in our organization. Okay, so once when the people have joined the organization, we have to see to it that they remain in the organization for a longer period of time. Okay, that is they stay happy in the organization for a longer period of time. So it includes performance appraisal, grievance management, etc. So the next one is separation. Separation means, suppose if somebody is leaving the organization, okay, if he exits, then the functions related to it is also covered under HRM. Suppose if somebody is leaving, maybe is unhappy with some part of the organization. Okay, at that time with the help of exit interview we can try to understand why that particular person is leaving the organization, and after that we can cover the loopholes. Okay, we can make the changes according to that particular requirement so that the people who are already working in the organization will not think about leaving the particular company. Okay, so to plan, organize, direct and control these functions is called human resource management. Okay, so that individual, organizational and societal goals are achieved. So individual goals are nothing but it includes job satisfaction, then job security, high salary, attractive benefits, challenging work, pride, status, recognition, etc. Okay, these are the individual objectives. Then comes your organizational objectives. So in the previous class also I have told you organizational goals differs from one company to the another. Okay, so organizational goals may be survival, growth, development, profitability, productivity, innovation, etc. Okay, then comes your societal objectives. Societal objectives are nothing but what the company has to do for the society, doing good for the society. So it includes equal employment opportunities, then helping the physically handicapped people or protecting the disadvantaged sections of the society, then development of society. Okay, so this particular definition involves your functions of human resource management also. Okay, and you can expect this particular definition, that is the meaning or definition, in your examination for 2 marks section. Okay, next we'll try to understand the objectives of human resource management. Okay, that is the aim, the purpose of human resource management. So first one, to utilize the available human resource efficiently. So managing people at work in such a manner that they give the best to the organization efficiently. I have told you in the previous class also, means bringing the best of them with whatever we are paying. Okay, suppose we are hiring somebody and we are paying them salary of rupees 20,000 per month. Okay, we have to see to it that that particular person is doing that much work only. Okay, he is not doing less work, that he is not lazy. Whatever hours are, whatever assignment, whatever task are given to it, that he is performing it properly. Okay, then to achieve the organizational goals by providing well trained employees. So human resource management helps to provide well trained employees, that is by developing them. Okay, so once when the people are acquired, once when the people are procured, training is given to them. Okay, so right kind of training regarding to that particular job. So whichever weak areas they are having, whatever the weakness they are having, it has been converted into the strengths. Okay, so they will be given with proper training. Then to maintain high morale and human relation with the organization. So whenever people are coming to the organization, okay, they will be having different motives in them. So human resource management, okay, that is the HR department, strives to bring the high morale, that is people will work nicely and efficiently, okay, for the purpose of the organization and maintaining better human relation. So it might be maintaining relation with the lower level, or maybe there will be conflict of interest sometimes. Okay, at that time what this particular department does is they try to solve the conflicts. Okay, they try to solve the conflicts between the teams or maybe between the different levels also. Then to recognize and satisfy individual needs and group goals by offering monetary and non-monetary incentives. So to identify the needs of individual. Okay, so here the needs of individuals differ from one person to the another. Okay, so everybody who is coming to the organization does not come for monetary benefits. Okay, some may be excited with the monetary benefits, whereas some other will be satisfied with the non-monetary benefits. Okay, that is, maybe some will like their work to be appreciated, some like themselves to be recognized among their teams. Okay, some like to be awarded, or maybe when some power or authority is been given to them. Okay, so it is the duty of HRM department to understand the need of every individual and then to satisfy it accordingly. Okay, so they will identify the needs of each and every individual, why this particular individual has come, how he will be happy. Okay, whether he will be happy by monetary benefits or whether he will be happy by non-monetary incentives. By this will be identified by the human resource department. Then to facilitate individual and group development. So development means nothing but giving them extra skills. Okay, so whenever the people are coming joining the company, okay, they come with an intention, their career is being developed, they are going to learn something new. Okay, they will learn something advanced in their particular specialized area. So here human resource development facilitates development through training. Okay, they will give them training, or might be by giving new projects, new tasks to them. Okay, so by this way the human resource department helps to the development of individuals and groups. Then to enhance job satisfaction by encouraging and assisting every employee to realize his or uh, her full potential. Okay, so job satisfaction is one of the important thing. So if there is no job satisfaction for an employee who is working in the organization, it is hardly impossible for him to work for that organization. So the HR department strives to provide that job satisfaction, that is by identifying their skills by identifying their potentials, what is the main quality that is in them. Okay, so they try to bring it out and will try to satisfy them. Okay, maybe they are, if they are happy with the incentives, or if they are happy with the non monetary incentives, so as per the requirement everything is being giving. Okay, and they assist every employee to realize his or her full potential. Okay, so what is the main thing they are having, what is the main skill they are having, that is been improved, that is been developed by the HR department, maybe through training or some other mode. To respect the individual as greatest, as people are the greatest asset. So when I'm speaking about asset, it is a investment. So what, as a company, what we are investing in them, we are investing our resources. Okay, we're investing our time. So here HRM focuses on each and every individual. Okay, so it does not only focuses on teams, it also focuses on every individual. So it strives very hard, the HR department tries to consider every people as the greatest asset, that is bringing the best of them, that is using them efficiently for achieving the goals of the organization. To maintain ethical, political and behavior inside and outside the organization. So ethical, so what are the policies to be followed. Okay, what are the things to be followed, what are the rules to be followed by the personnel, what are the ethical aspects to be done by a particular company for the outsiders, everything has been managed by your human resource management. Then to maintain balance between the jobs available and job seekers according to the needs. So jobs available means the number of vacancies in a particular organizations. Normally job seekers are greater than the jobs available. You can see it everywhere. Okay, suppose if there is a vacancy for 100 posts, the number of people who are applying for that particular job will be in thousands or 10,000s. Okay, so that is what, so human resource management department, okay, helps to balance the gap. Suppose if there are 10 vacancies in a particular organization, they try their best to bring the best people for that particular post. Okay, now how they are going to do that? By recruitment. So recruitment and all we will be studying in our further classes. So for time being we'll try to understand this job available and job seekers. Okay, so job seekers are the ones who are finding the job. So human resource management helps to fill the gaps between the jobs available, so by putting the right people for that particular job. To secure integration of all individuals and groups within the organization. Okay, so integration, as I've told you earlier also, it means to integrate the various departments. Okay, various functions together. So it might be the marketing department, it might be the sales, it might be the accounts department, production department, so everything. So to bring now whoever are required for the organization, take for example, suppose if there is a vacancy created in accounts department. Okay, now the accounts department, that is the manager of the accounts department, won't go for recruitment, they will come and address it to the HR department, and then the HR department is going to provide the right person for that particular vacancy. Okay, so that is the task done by your human resource management. So whatever the vacancies are there, it is to be filled in any department. Okay, it might be in the top level, or it might be in the middle level, or it might be in the lower level. So it is to be filled by the human resource department only. Okay,